Are we live? Oh, now we
Yeah.
are.
Now we are. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, happy Tuesday, folks. Let's get in it.
And we're back.
Well, hello, good people. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. I am your host, Veronica. Thank you, Fatine.
What?
Thank you. Thank you, Vic. Oh,
That was me.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
thank you, Victor. Thank you, Fatine.
I like the way you wind that. Go ahead and wind that a little
Oh
lower.
God.
A little lower.
I'm not.
So I need to
even-
come back.
No, stay right.
This is what's talking right now.
Stay right with.
That's what's talking, baby.
Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Victor Zambi Boy White is back with us tonight.
There you go.
Mm. Brother Fatine, all the way from WBLS radio station, New York.
Let's
Oh.
do this, y'all.
I'm about to break it.
Mhm.
And our girl Neek is back with us tonight.
Sound like a cowbell there, buddy. What the hell?
Listen, I do have my cowbell though.
Oh no. Where's your bomb? Where's your bomb?
Bring that back.
No, if we could hear it, it would be nice to bring it back.
Guys, welcome back to Take a Tea of Life. Thank y'all so much for joining us every Tuesday night. This is where we bring the fire. We talk about any and everything right here on the show. So we are glad to be back with you guys. Hey, Marlene. Hey, Alicia. Jacqueline. Hey, Thomas. And hey, Tracy. All of you out there, thank you so much. For those of you who are watching, but you don't push the button so that we can, know that you're watching. We appreciate you as well. Thank you so much. So how was you guys' weekend?
You go first.
It was good.
Phenomenal.
Oh.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it was my birthday.
That's right.
Hey,
Happy
that's
belated birthday.
right.
Happy
Stop.
belated birthday.
I hope you had a lovely birthday.
I did. It was beautiful.
It was long game.
Very.
That's what I'm talking about. Neat. You know how to live it. You know what I'm saying? You know how to live it. That's what I
Yeah,
like.
I'm still
Neat.
tired. Still recovering.
That's what I'm talking about. That's it. That's it. Anyway.
Jesus.
Anyway.
And Fatine, your weekend?
Good. It was really good. It was really good. Went to a party. Had a good time this weekend. I want to shout out somebody, but I can't call their name. So if they're watching, I'll give a little background. I was in the Waffle House last week, and when I went to the bathroom to come back, young lady says, "I enjoyed your show last night." So we wind up talking. Come to find out, she knows my cousin Pat and this, that, and the other. Cutie. I'll give her that, a cutie. But she's a little shy, so I won't now announce her name. But by not announcing your name, we got to go out to eat, girl. All right, just let you know that. My treat, of course. Anyway, so she's watching. She know who she is.
So, in other words, you shooting your shot right here on Tangy Tea of Life?
I shoot my shot now, and then I'll shoot it more direct later. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Nah, I'm talking about direct to the person. You know what I'm saying?
Veronica, how was your weekend?
Thank you, Neek. My weekend was awesome.
No, it was boring because you went to the Joe and Fantasia concert. Didn't tell nobody you was going. And if I knew you was going, I talked to Joe manager Friday. I would have came.
Oh,
And I talked to Fantasia's security, and I would have came.
That's what I'm talking about. You should have rolled right on in there. I love it.
My bad. Yes, it was in.
What's the security name? My guy name is Ishmael. What's your guy? What's your person's name? Okay, I thought so.
Oh.
What was you saying, Veronica?
Yes, my weekend was fabulous. I like Fatine said, I went to Fantasia to see Fantasia and Joe. I actually got there kind of late. I missed Joe. I got there, he was performing his last song, but I think he was like moving, like he maybe performed 45 minutes because I think I got there like 8:30 something, 8:40, but he was wrapping things up. So I don't know. They say he performed like 45 minutes. So I don't.
I heard he tore it up.
Started right on time. Huh?
I heard he tore it up. They said.
Yeah, they say he did real good, really good.
Yeah.
This was my third time actually seeing Fantasia in concert. The first 2 times, oh my God, her show was fabulous. Like she was all through the crowd, and but I guess since the pandemic hit, COVID came through and it changed a lot of things, how the artists interact with the crowds or whatever, and I get it. But overall, it was a great show. I really enjoyed myself. When I got there, I looked back and I saw a row of people that I knew. I was like, wait a minute now. I thought I was getting away from people, but not just playing. But yeah, I saw a lot of people there at the concert, but we had great fun. It was good vibes. We all was just dancing, and it was wonderful. So yeah.
I feel like the only reason that'll make me late to an event is some ass. I'm just saying. I ain't being late. Huh?
She's a woman.
Thank you, Neat.
So with that being said, I mean, we know she consistently late, but it's only like a minute or two. But for you to miss a whole performance.
Well, she said she got there at 8:30. It started at 8, and usually they don't start on time.
Right. And
They usually start by 8:15. They're allowing people to get in. They're doing like opening acts for local people and things of that nature.
She just said Joe did a 45-minute performance and she missed it. So that means the opening act. Come on, G.
But the show itself didn't start to 8 o'clock. So the opening act would have started at 8. Usually they don't come in until like 9, maybe.
Right. They have like a comedian to come before them or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
with that being said, if it started at 8 and they had an opening act and she missed Joe, who did 45 minutes, you were an hour and some change late.
No.
That is some booty.
She said she came in at 8:30.
She came at 8:30. You're right. She did. But she got there at 9-ish. It's okay, you know.
You gotta get dressed. Put on makeup.
It's okay. You look good.
We're here.
You look good. You look refreshed. You look relaxed.
Oh,
I'm happy.
Well, thank you.
She don't know how to take it.
I don't know.
But usually you get the Peterbird after the show, not before.
She picking up on your terms there. Okay, Peterbird. I love that. Peterbird. All right.
Hey, when you get our age, you better get that Peterbird when it up. You mess around and wait, be sleep.
Oh, you better get that honey pack and wake up with a Red Bull.
You ain't gonna have my heart running around here like a damn track hawk. That ain't about to happen.
Oh well.
I'll miss it.
Where?
You have me sitting up in the emergency room, my heart beat 210, 215.
With that video you sent me today, Victor, good Lord.
Ain't it though?
Woo. Jesus Christ.
Are y'all finished? Or you done?
Yeah.
So we can come back.
Right.
Where y'all got to go? Y'all got somewhere to do? Go good?
Oh, hello, David. What is he saying?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hi.
Time out. Veronica, you got your hair
Hi.
braided?
Hi, all. Wait a minute. Let me read David. Hi, all sexy mama and ladies in the room. And my greeting you goes on you men in the house as well.
I
Oh,
was like, just throw us a bone, man. You better come right tonight, bro.
hello, David. Hello, David.
So you want him to come on a little stronger,
Right.
like get
No,
up?
no, no, no. Just
Oh,
threw
okay.
us a bone. You just say, "What's up, fellas?"
I was
Looking
just
forward to
asking.
hearing what y'all got to say. But you right. You compliment the women. That's the right thing to do. You know, it's right. It's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But when we come for you, bro,
Oh,
ain't no
I
mercy.
won't.
Okay.
I won't.
Well, actually, he said his greetings goes actually to you men.
Got it. I,
Right.
I
Hey,
ain't
Miss
So
hating.
let's
Rainey.
get to it.
Yes. Hey, Miss Rainey, all the way from New York. Renell, hello. So, guys, let's get right into it. So someone forwarded me a video that was very disturbing, and I actually shared it with you all. You all probably saw it by the time I shared it with you, but you watched it, and we said we was going to talk about it tonight. I wanted to talk about it because I feel like that is a serious, it's a serious situation. Um, so the video that I'm talking about, and you all in the comments and that are watching probably watched it as well, where this guy, him and this woman, and I'm taking it that he had no idea who the woman was. I don't know if they was at a restaurant or they was in line. I do know that they was in line, so I don't know if they was waiting for food or what they was waiting on.
Food.
But they was going back and forth. I couldn't really understand what the female was saying, but I do know the male was getting very hostile and was saying, "You say one more word, and I'm gonna punch you," or whatever. And he actually punched a lady. And I think I saw where he punched her twice. I'm not exactly sure how long it went on. I don't know how many times he punched her. All I know is that he punched a lady and she went
Or
down.
3 times. He punched her 3 times.
And so now I want to read a comment that was left up under that post, and then you guys can jump right into it. So,
Can you
for
give a little bit more detail about this, Veronica, before you go to the comment?
so the thank you, Fatine. So the from my understanding, her son was there, and he's 14 years old. He was there, and he watched his mom get punched and knocked out, or how it ended up. And the 14-year-old ended up shooting the man. All right. So then the man left out, and the young boy went out. This is how I was told. Let me know if I'm wrong. So the man left out the store. The 14-year-old followed the man and shot him multiple times outside, and he ended up killing the man. So the 14-year-old was actually protecting his mom, who he watched get punched by this man. So to me, it was self-defense. Um, I don't think anyone will want to see their mother get punched by a man and to go down like that. But we are definitely getting that because I know you men probably have a different, view
Yeah.
on it. But I want to touch up on the comment that was
Yeah.
left that struck my attention. It came from a guy, and then someone followed behind him. So I'm just going to get to these two comments, and then we'll get into it. So 3 comments. I'm sorry.
Just one thing that you got to put out there that she was charged and her son was charged
Well,
with
yeah,
first degree
we was going
murder.
to get. Yeah, I was going to get all that, the
Oh, okay,
charges
cool.
and all that. I just wanted to let them know how it started.
Okay, cool.
So, so a guy, a male, he wrote up under the post, and he said, "A ninja is dead." Because he was in his feelings. Men need to be men and understand when to walk away from a situation. He had absolutely no rights or reason to put his hands on her at all. Now his family has to bury him and this lady in her son has to fight to stay free. Men are not built to be emotional creatures. It's a recipe for disaster. And someone came behind him and wrote a guy. He said, give that woman the same energy because she could have got her food and walked away. Both are at fault. So the guy that left the first comment, he came back and he responded. He said, bro, we are men. Please understand me. I can't give the same energy because we are not the same. Most women want to get the last word in at all costs. We have to take control of ourselves. Most men are in jail or dead because of something a woman said or did. He could have went outside and let that woman get her food and leave. Go get some air. Think first and not become emotional. He punched her like he was fight. He punched her like he was fighting me or you. And if that young man didn't shoot when he did, she could be the one dead. She had no way of defending herself against that attack. And if that was your mother and you were standing, what would you have done? We are supposed to be protectors and providers of our Black women. Peace to you, family. So I'm going to turn it over to you all, and um, I want to hear of your thoughts. I already said what the video was very disturbing. I would not have sat there and watched my mom get punched and me not doing anything about it. So I want to hear from you all when you watched the video. What was your take on it?
So, kind of knowing a little bit about the situation, not watching the video. To be honest with you, I don't fault either one, but I'm gonna tell you right this: ain't nobody above an ass whooping. Ain't nobody on this God green earth above getting punched in their shit. Now, I don't agree with him hitting her if she did not put her hands on him. That's where I draw the line at. That woman ain't put her hands on you, then you walk away. All right. I fought the son twice because when this guy was arguing with your mother, I felt like that was the time to intervene. Um, I had situations where I was with my mother and I stepped in and took the place of her and handled that head first. Now, when he shot through, the threat is gone. Now, I can see why they would try to charge him because you pursued the guy walking out the door. But hindsight is always 2020. People say, well, he could have been going to get a gun. There's a lot of things that we could debate over this. But once you shot my man, you should have unloaded right then and there. But you shot him once and then let him leave. That right there, it turns into manslaughter. That's just the way the law is written. I'm not saying the dude wasn't justified in what he did, but if we speaking on the law, I felt like you should have unloaded on his ass right then and there, and that did not happen. So,
And that,
I was
going to say, let's just keep in mind that this guy he's 14 years old now.
So he
He's
shouldn't have
like
had a gun anyway.
-year-old.
But like I said, I'm looking at it from so many different ways. Yes, he defended his mother. Yes, I'm glad that this piece of shit is no longer here anymore. So I'm going to just let everybody get their time in. But that's how I feel.
15 or knee?
Which one you want to go, or you want me to go?
You go this time.
Okay. I don't care about what a woman says to you. I don't care what a man says to you. Nobody should put their hands on anybody. And if she would have put her hands on him, I could understand it a little bit more of why he put his hands on her. But it looks like he just got frustrated and he couldn't control his emotions. And it looks like he's used to putting his hands on women. So the son probably did everybody a favor. Now, when it comes into the 14-year-old boy, you can say, oh, he should have intervened. But you have to look at it at 14 years old, this grown man, these other grown men standing aside, and you don't know who he's with. You don't know who's with him, who's not, because they're just standing around watching. They're not intervening. There's no grown person that's in there that's intervening. And the best thing that you know how to do is to remove your mind from this danger. And the only way you know how to do this is shooting him. Do I agree with shooting him? No. But I agree with Victor that he should have unloaded right then and there. Once he left, I understand like he may have been scared, like, oh, this man might come back after me. But once he left, your mom was no longer in danger. And the whole situation was you shot him because your mom was in danger. But I wholeheartedly feel like one, he shouldn't have put his hands on a woman. I don't care how frustrated you get, control your emotions, go to therapy. The son, I want to know how he got a gun. Whose gun was it? Because there's no answers to that. Like I have yet to hear whose gun it was, how he had a gun, or anything like that. I have so many questions behind it. I don't feel like the mother should have been charged at all because I feel like she was the victim. Because she was a victim. She was in the midst of being hit. Now, as far as the son, once you pull a trigger, there are consequences for actions. Unfortunately, if he was charged, that's just the law.
15.
All right. So that's why I said context is important. So first of all, I listened to what you all said, and having the information y'all have, I do agree with you there. But let's give a little bit more context. So he was threatening the woman inside the store. Before he put his hands on her, she texted her son. The gun is hers. The gun is licensed. It's her gun legally. She has no record. The gun, she has a concealed carry. She texted her son what was going on in the sense of come in the store, blah, blah, blah. By the time he gets to the door, this got him twice because I saw the video where he fires. You hear the shot. They don't show him, but you hear the shot after that third punch. He fires after everybody else that didn't intervene. And they didn't intervene to come into that store. They were charged, the mother and the 14-year-old were charged with first-degree murder. The prosecutor, her last name is Cook, she, after investigating, realized there was other circumstances there because when he shot, they left the store. He comes out the store. He doesn't just follow the guy. His girlfriend is there. And they're somehow trying to get that gun from him. And the mother tells him to shoot again. He follows her instructions. Now, right there, that's where where you talk about the law comes in, Victor, and everything. You're right. But after they investigated, it was to the point, it was still a threat. In the store, she was threatened. Outside the store, they were still threatened. They had to stop the threat because he wasn't dead. And that's at the end of the day. The charges have been dropped. And now the mother held a press conference today with her attorneys, and they're suing the city. They're suing a couple of people on this whole thing, right, going forward. So we'll see where this goes. Now, hindsight is a mother. We can sit here and say, oh, you don't supposed to put your hand. I done said on this show, and I told my daughters, don't put your hand on nobody. Don't put your hand on a man because I done told y'all the same thing. You put your hand on me, I'm going to knock the shit out of you. That's all to it. Don't put your hand on me. Don't put your hand on me. I don't care about what this restraint. A man shouldn't do this. Don't put your hand. We're human beings. Respect one another's space. This woman, whatever was said, we could not hear it, but she didn't look like she spit on him. She didn't look like she put her hand on him at the end of the day. And she was under this threat. When that 14-year-old boy came in there and he saw his mother, he defends his mother. I would have done the same thing. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. No questions asked. I'm pop his ass too. So we can sit here and do hindsight because we are not there in this emotion, and we can all look at it and say, well, we should have taken a walk. Yeah, that's the nice way of doing it. But when you get caught up in the circumstance, let me tell you, I don't even play with Veronica, Victor, especially Victor as a man, but I respect all of y'all. I don't play with your moms on here. So damn if you put your hand on my mother. That boy did what he felt he had to do to protect his mother, and the prosecutor dropped those charges, and I think they did the right thing at the end of the day. Now, one more thing I just want to say real quick. Somebody put out a post And what bothers me, because I hate to see that somebody had to lose their life. And I do have to send out prayers and condolences to that family, because he leaves 2 daughters that at least I saw in a picture. He has 2 daughters. But that would make you think, if you're a father of women, how would you want your daughters and your mothers and your sister, if you had a sister, how would you want them to be treated? Somebody put out there, well, you know, he's gone and he doesn't, the 2 daughters don't have a father. And I agree with that. But they jumped on that person because they said he should have been more sympathetic or empathetic, knowing that he got girls putting his hand on a woman. So I hate that he had to lose his life, but under the circumstances, I would have done the same thing.
So I'm gonna say this: a lot of we're gonna have some agreements on some things, but one thing, don't call me into some bullshit where I have to make it. That 14-year-old is affected for the rest of his life. He's gonna have to live with the simple fact that my mama called me on some shit, and she put her son in that. Now, I get it. Like, no man, let me back up because I was about to say that wrong. That guy should have never put his hands on her. But at the same time, it really shouldn't be a but. Women need to learn when to shut the fuck up. You need to learn to de-escalate. You're not going to win every single argument. Everything is not worth an argument. If you know this man is bigger and stronger than you, just leave him alone. I'm not trying to justify anything that happened. I truly believe this guy got exactly what he was looking for. You got some hot slugs in your ass because that is exactly what you're looking for. But this situation could have been avoided in so many different ways. I hate somebody lose their life, but like I told my mother when I was talking, sometimes some people got to die in order for some people to learn their lesson.
Yeah. I want to ask you one question, Victor. This is not to put you on the spot. This is just what you said. I agree with you, but I'm just going to flip it, not the whole page, but a little bit. He's going to be, the 14-year-old kid is going to be affected for the rest of his life because he took somebody's life. But how do you think he would have been affected if he would have watched his mother and another punch would have taken her out and she would have died there, or his mother wouldn't have called him where he could have defended? Sometimes we got to think that, yeah, he's going to be affected, and you're right. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. But if I'm sitting in the car and knowing that my mother could have called me to help her in that circumstance, that my mother could walk away to another day, even if we got to do 10 years in jail, I still got my mother. So I
can't answer that question.
I know you can't, but you made a statement. You can't answer the question how, even though you made a statement he's going to be affected. I think he would have been affected more if his mother would have been hurt or killed and he had a chance to defend her.
Yeah.
I would love to know what the argument was about.
I don't know if we.
I can guarantee it was something stupid.
Probably,
yeah.
But I mean, the reason why I asked is because, like, I want to know why it was so intense. How did it get to?
Well, I mean, you know, some things can be smaller than ever, and then it'll just blow up when they just keep going back and forth, and then you go back and forth, and things just getting hotter and hotter between the folks. I want to go back to.
Go ahead,
Nick.
No, the reason I asked. Because I wanted to know where did it go wrong to the point where he felt like him punching her was justified. Like, I'm just gonna make you shut the hell up by punching you.
Well, you know, some people can't take when they say something and that person don't listen at what they're saying. And then it was so many people around, so he probably felt, okay, she gonna talk back to me. She gonna keep talking. I'm gonna prove my point. And I'm a puncher. I told her, she said one more thing, I'm going to punch her. And that's what he did. I want to get to Fatine, to what you said about you. If a woman put their hands on you, you're going to knock their lights out. Or you going
I say, if a woman hits me, I'm going to hit them back. I'm going to knock the shit out of her. I'm going to knock the shit out of her. You don't put your hand on me.
Do you think that's okay, though?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't have no right to put your hand on me. I have a right to defend myself.
But you have a right to be that man and
I have a right to defend myself.
No matter my way. I don't like that.
I don't
I
care.
look at
I don't
these-
care. You don't have a
I
right
had
to
a
I'm not.
whole-
First of
you
all, I'm
don't
not
have a
talking to
right
you.
to put your
I'm not
hand
talking
on
to
me.
you. You. I was talking to him, but
Yeah,
you
don't
too
matter.
because you agree with him. But I'm
You
saying
don't have a right
what
to put
makes
your
you think
hand
it's
on me.
okay to put
You-
so just
Don't put your hand on me. You know I've always said
it's a
this on this
losing
show.
battle. When you argue with these men, I've learned because I've had like spend a
Put your
whole
hand
day
on
on
me.
Facebook arguing with men about how stronger they are than women. And
right.
the amount of women, not even men, the amount of women that said they raised their boys to hit girls back at a very early age taught me that some men are taught to hit women back, not necessarily put their hands on women when they're frustrated, but to hit women back. So therefore, I just teach my daughters, keep your hands to yourself.
Thank you. That's what I taught my daughter.
So let me tell
That's
you
why,
this.
and we're not taught not to hit women back. We taught to hit anybody back that puts their hand on us. It's not just women. Don't put that in there. Whoever
Anybody.
puts their hand on me,
I'm just
you
saying
cross that
because
space.
the way you okay, it's okay.
Oh,
You
I
raise
said
your
it with
kids-
energy because I mean that. Don't put your hands on me.
You can raise your kids how you want to raise your kids, right? You taught your daughters to keep their
Don't
hands
put
to
their
themselves.
hands on men. I didn't
Can I
say. I
speak?
said,
Can I speak?
yeah. Okay.
So you taught your daughters to keep their hands to themselves, which everybody should. I agree with that.
Right.
But when it comes to you saying that if a female touch you and with so much bass in your voice, like
I
you
didn't
will
say touch
really,
me. I
you
said
will
if they
really
hit me.
knock a woman out if they
You
touch
damn
you.
right.
I got a
Don't-
problem with that.
Well,
So,
you can have a
they-
problem with
Because
that.
instead of you trying to back away from the situation, you're just gonna punch this woman without even taking
I'm
2
gonna knock
minutes
her
to even
damn
think
teeth
about
down
it.
her throat. Keep your hands.
So if you get in a heated argument with your significant other, or whatever, and it comes to her putting her hands on you, you're gonna punch her, you're gonna hit her.
So let me tell you something.
Somebody that you love.
I'm gonna answer your question after Victor.
Wait a minute. I don't care how you church it up. Anybody who
I ain't
know
trying to
you-
church it up. I'm asking a question.
We gave you the flow.
Go ahead.
No matter how you church it up, if you put your hands on me, 9 times out of 10, anybody who knows me knows I will walk the fuck off. But if you hit me, I'm telling you, I will fucking put your lips in the back of your head. Keep your hands to yourself. If you a woman, conduct yourself like a woman. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. That's it.
But I just don't understand. And I know this is a losing battle because I've always said, like, anytime I say that, I don't feel like that's right, because as a man, my hit you probably won't even feel.
Then don't do
you
it.
Hitting me back shows me you know you're powerful than me. You know you wanted to hit me. You wanted me to feel that.
So you should have kept your hands to yourself.
And I
Don't
nobody
hit me.
put their hands on anybody.
No.
I'm a full advocate for that. However,
we'll get
if somebody
that.
put
and
would you hit a child back?
Yeah. So
I agree with you, Neek. Everybody should keep their hands to
Of
themselves.
course a woman
But
would.
But
You hit a child,
if it comes to that point where a female does put their hands on you, I'm looking at y'all sideways to know and to see that y'all the like if I stand beside y'all too, I'm way shorter than you all. I go to the gym. Okay, I work out. I may call myself strong, but I know for a fact that I couldn't beat y'all if we was to physically get in an altercation, and I'm talking about going toe to toe, blows. But y'all really gonna put your hands on me?
So it comes to
you pop me in my snot box, I'm gonna knock your ass the hell out.
Yeah. So
keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah. So
if you respect me, keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah. So and Victor, I'm still with Victor. What happens is that's the philosophy, but you also deal with the circumstance and the person that you're dealing with. So my former wife who passed, who had sickle cell, she's never put her hand on me first or whatever at the end of the day. And due to her illness or whatever, we didn't get into that like that. Have I mushed her a little bit, just get back or something like that is a little different. Come on now, get out of here, whatever. But, at the end of the day, That's my philosophy. That's my line drawn at the end of the day. Now, you keep saying that women are always weaker. I have two cousins in their heyday at they was a couple of years older than me. Um, they could whip me. They were stronger than me, and they wasn't bruises. They thumped. They knew how, coming up the streets of Brooklyn. And I don't want to put it all on Brooklyn because I've seen women down here thump. So in the South, so some women can thump. And some women can whip men's backside. I can't beat every woman out here. Ain't no way in hell. But that's my philosophy. That's what I'm telling you. Don't put your hand on me because the thing is, the potential of me hitting you back is real. That's what I'm saying. Now, I will assess the situation, Veronica, but as we're talking here, each situation varies. But my philosophy stands. You put your hand on me, you run the potential of me hitting your ass back. And that's the bottom line. Don't do that. Why do you feel that a woman who is weaker has a right to put their hand on me, and then I got to be the bigger person to walk away? Why?
I'm not saying that a woman have the right to put her hands on a man. I'm not saying that at all. Everybody, and I say it again, everyone should keep their hands to themselves. But I'm saying in a heat of an argument, say, for example, you come home 3:00 in the morning, smelling like perfume, got a hickey on your neck. I'm going there. Out of anger, really? She takes a swing at you. You gonna hit her back?
I deserve that. That's a little different. I deserve that hit.
But that's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna take that hit.
I'm not talking about just hitting a man just to hit him. I'm talking about for a situation like that.
Well, you didn't say that. We're talking about.
But I mean, most of the time it comes into there was an argument. She got upset and she swung on you.
Right.
You better not do that to me.
So is it?
But see, I understand it when a man is defending himself as far as his life.
Right.
Like you got a big back chick and she going toe to toe with you. I can understand that. But when you have somebody that you didn't even feel the hit, you just saw that she hit you, like that didn't even hurt you. Why you can't walk away from that?
Why throw it? So let's back up for a second. Let's hold up. Let's back up for a second. So
y'all need to read these comments.
Both of y'all got sons, so it's okay for.
I don't have a son.
Huh?
I don't have a son.
Okay, well, just pretend you did. You mean to tell me, Veronica, a woman could walk the dog with your son and he better not hit her back?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's okay, but I always taught my son, do not hit a female. Now, like Nick said, if it's in a situation where you have to defend yourself, like it's coming to life or death, yeah, you better.
You hit me, this life or death.
And
you know why it's life or death? You know why it's life or death? Because these motherfuckers here ain't got nobody's name on them. And if you put your hands on me, I will personally write your name on this damn thing here, and I'll send one your way. Real talk. Male or female. I ain't playing.
And see, y'all don't see, and you said you don't understand.
But go ahead.
Yeah, y'all said y'all don't understand. See, this is part of that men talk. We giving it to y'all real. Y'all play with it if you want to. We're giving it to y'all straight up. Now, every man may not have that philosophy, and that's them. We're not saying they're wrong, but I'm telling you, don't play with anybody. Just like if y'all put your hand on a woman has a right to defend himself and put their hand and whip your ass or try to whip your ass. Don't do that to a man. What gives y'all the right to think that y'all can do that? What gives y'all the right to think that y'all can do that?
No one has a right to do
Then don't deal with the reaction. Then don't do it.
But see, that's the thing. We're not telling you that you're not justified for reacting. We're just asking, if it didn't hurt you, why would you react in such a violent way?
Because
if
you
can't hurt me, why hit me?
Yeah, because you open the door that you open the door, you didn't hurt me today, but the next time I get hit with that vase. You understand what I'm saying? You know, like I said, I gave y'all that example. I got into an argument. This is not with my wife that passed, my first wife. And even if she's watching, she know the deal. I was leaving the house. She threw a vase at my head. It whizzed by my head and broke on the door. It was on. We fought. We fought. Wasn't happy about it. We fought. Cops called, this, that, and the other.
You fought. What do you mean you
We
fought?
fought.
Back
We
and
crazy,
forth.
fought.
bro.
We had,
You didn't get hit.
yes,
Back and
yes,
forth.
yes, we
That's so
fought.
ridiculous.
Yes, okay, it's silly, but we fought. Cops call, families call.
Wait
When
a
I
minute.
go
So you didn't
upstairs, wait,
get
let me
hit?
just say, when I go upstairs, because I left the house. When I came back upstairs, when I walked in, she came out the room with the female cop and said, I want to press charges against him, me. The male cop said, oh, hold up. You want to press charges against him. I don't see no physical thing on you. If you want to press charges on him, you're both got to go down because look at here. He was like, look at here. And he pointed to my chest. Oh, what the hell he look at here? I looked down. My shirt was ripped and I had 3 or 4 scratch marks here with, a little bit of blood. So it proved that we both fought. I'm not happy about that at the end of the day. I'm not happy, but we fought. She had no reason to throw a vase at my head that whizzed by. If that vase would have hit me right, I would have been dead. So
But it didn't though.
it
Let's get
didn't.
into
It
the
didn't.
comments.
And I'm saying I was 20. I was
Before you
20.
get the
I'm
comments.
20. I'm 23. Remember how Neek say, "Oh, I'm young," this, that, and the other. But right then, I look back at it. I'm not happy that happened. But I'm just giving it to y'all real. Stop this nonsense here of putting your hands on people or throwing things at people when it just missed them. Because I'm telling you, people have a right to defend themselves or respond.
I just want to put this public disclaimer out. I want to take back what I said. All right. It's 2023. If you put your hands on me, I will fucking transition to a woman and beat the damn brakes off of you. I'm transitioning. I'm trans
Oh
now.
my God.
I'm trans.
Don't make me spit my.
I'm trans. If you put your hands on me, I'm transitioning.
That's so disrespectful.
It ain't disrespectful because y'all
It's
play
very.
like that. Trans.
Why not just call the cops?
Listen,
Why put your hands on me?
I
If I
know.
put my
guess y'all
hands
can
on
just-
you, if I put my hands on you, why you can't just call the cops? Like
Because when you call the cops now, and the cops, well, at least in New York, when you call the cops and they don't witness what you say, they take you both down.
oh, well.
That's the new law after OJ. That's the new law after OJ Simpson. So if they don't see and it's your word against their word, they're taking both of you down and you run this whole thing of the charge. I do understand what
I'm
you're
trans.
saying, but why, Neek? I hear what you're saying,
I'm trans.
but I just don't see why y'all keep running from the point. Don't put your hand on us.
But
We
we're
said
not running from
that,
that point.
Patine. We said that. We said no one should be touching
one-
anyone.
So
Yeah.
then
Everybody,
deal with the
hands off
repercussions
limits.
if you put your hand on us.
Hands off limits. But I'm saying, I gave the example. You come home late at night, a woman just go off the bat. Oh, you coming in the house this time, and you got a hickey, and you smelling like blah blah blah, and just bam. You mean
Keep your hands on yourself.
Yeah, I still don't see that a reason to put your hands on it. No, there is no reason to put your hands on anybody unless they put their hands on you. Now, I will say sometimes you get up in a man's face and he kind of starting to push you back. Now, if I swing after that, you've already put your hands on me. Right?
Yeah, that's
Since
what
we
I'm
being
saying. Like,
specific.
a man at first will, kind of push you away, or
Mm-hmm.
he ain't gonna swing and punch you.
But if you push you away, Neek, I'm glad that you said that because that's real. He push you away, that gives you the grounds to swing on him. Now you done swung on him, he gonna swing. And if he swing back and knock your ass on the floor, then
Please
at the
don't.
end of the day, you're both are wrong.
I ain't
But
pushing
now you
away.
got to realize that we all have to deal with the repercussions. Just like again, my Veronica, my father came in. He comes home at 6. He walks in the door at 1:00. 1:00 in the morning. My mother met him with a skillet at the door. And next thing I know, that morning, my father wearing a patch. My father didn't call the cops. His ass came in late. He didn't swing on my mother because his ass couldn't see nothing. And he went to the eye and ear and got it patched up and came home. And he didn't bring his ass home at 1:00 in the morning because he knew he screwed up and he dealt with the repercussions of screwing up. And my mother didn't play, and he knew my mother didn't play.
Trans.
So,
Let's get
Go
into
and get
some-
your
let's get
go
to
and
these
get to your
comments.
little men bashing comments, V. That what
And
you're
they're not a lot of them. They're not a lot of them.
Go ahead, because I knew you burning up over there.
No, 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
because there's
trying to
not
get-
a lot of
I'm
men
trying to get-
bashing.
I'm trying to get to all the comments, not
Go
just
ahead,
the
please
one
do.
that's man bashing.
Veronica,
So,
do me one
But it's
favor.
not man bashing.
There's not
That's
man
just
bashing
their
on
opinion.
here.
Veronica, do me one favor. Is your ears hot?
That's what I'm saying, because mine are. Because I'm very shocked that, well, I'm not going to say this.
I'm telling you,
I'm
and
shocked more
the
at
way they're
Steve, not
saying
so
it,
much
like
at
I'll
Victor.
knock your ass out. Like that's crazy to me.
Because
If
knowing
we
knowing
whisper it
Victor-
or we
Victor
say it with
doesn't-
bass in our voice. What's
Go
the
ahead,
difference?
Neat.
Victor doesn't put himself in certain situations. So I can understand him once that situation's happened, it's far. But with the team, it's just like off jump. I don't care how what like
Because I've always said that on this show. Don't put your hands on me.
It's kind of like, disappointing because it's like,
yes,
wow.
very.
And then it's really disappointing to hear stuff like that. That's why, like, we try to ask certain questions because it's like, there's no way that a woman can just tap you. And when I say tap, I mean, like, you barely feel it and you gonna go swing on her.
Yeah.
Like, and you're justifying that.
Right.
Like, I have a hard time understanding that because I guess.
What y'all act like a woman is mad at you and then she goes, what the hell are you talking about? If a woman is mad at you and she swings on you, what are y'all talking about? You don't feel it. What do you mean somebody hit me? If she slaps me hard, what are you talking about? What are y'all playing with? Y'all are playing games here today.
No, I am not playing games.
I'm not feeling it. Like, what kind of bull crap is that? If you put your hand on me, you put your hand on me. It ain't like you push me. I'm saying if you swing on me and punch me in my face or slap the mess out of me, you're going to get it back.
So for the principal, you're going to knock her the fuck out because it's the principal.
Right. That makes no sense.
Not at all.
So I'll just slap her back. I just slap her in the ass.
I'll tell you this. I ain't never got beat no relationship. I ain't never got nobody never put their hands on me. Because I walk off. I ain't gonna lie to you, but before we get an argument on a day, I tell them, keep your fucking hands on yourself. Don't.
And that's fine. But that's fine what you're saying. That's fine. But fatigued, I'm just like, wow.
But if you hit me, I'm transitioning.
I've said the same energy to my daughters. I said this same energy to my daughters. Don't play in a man's. Don't play with putting your hand on a man. My father wasn't here to talk to them. Their grandfather, Hanifa's father, was here, and he had that same philosophy. Don't put your hand on him. And my daughters learned that at the end of the day. Don't put your hands on a man. And if they do, I say, what do y'all expect? Daddy, if we put our hands on a man, we can expect a man to hit us back.
I'm not ringing the bell for you. Rachel says, Marvin Tony, really? So y'all promoting hitting women? I can't respect none of y'all anymore.
And who's promoting hitting women? Who the hell is promoting hitting women? We're talking about defending ourselves. What do you mean promoting hitting women? I'm talking to the person.
Rodney says, I disagree with you guys.
Fine, good.
Rachel says, y'all men cowards. Y'all are twice as strong, right, Veronica?
Keep going.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Yeah.
You ever seen Rachel do that?
Okay.
Rachel, you better cut that shit out.
That doesn't matter. We still know that men are more powerful than we are. Some of y'all.
I'm gonna sit back and drink. Go ahead, because that is amazing. You got those 3 comments back to back.
I'm going down the list, Fatine. If you give me a moment, you keep cutting me off. You keep responding.
Yeah.
So here you go. Marvin says, now you can't hit a man and not expect to get hit back. You happy?
I'm not happy. I don't care what they say.
Now Tracy says, okay, Tracy, well, I hope they know better. What if a child hits you? You hitting them?
Guess what I'm gonna do? Guess what happens if your child hit me?
You gonna clear them out?
Go get your daddy.
Oh, really?
Go get your daddy.
So I can't go get my brother if I hit you?
Well, your brother coming anyway, but I'm gonna get your ass too. And I might, listen, and I might toe the ass. Listen, I might toe the ass whooping. I'm not undefeated.
Exactly, right.
But the thing is I don't give a fuck. They be like, damn, Vic punched Neek in the face and her brother beat the brakes off you. I bet you Neek won't put her hands on me again.
Damn right.
I might tote that ass whooping. And I'm perfectly happy with that. I'm perfectly happy with toting the ass whooping. But me and you both gonna be in the ER together.
So Jason says,
in the ICU.
Jason says, I teach my daughters not to hit a man. Good. And we and just like Nick and us, we should be teaching our boys not to hit a female. I
Yeah,
taught
I
Chad
teach my
that since he was a little boy coming up. I taught him to keep his hands. Do not hit a woman back. Now I'm saying if it's like a life death situation, yeah.
So,
Okay,
V, can I ask you one question? You in a committed relationship, and your man, you watch your man. Not say you watch your man. He come home and he say, "I was leaving the club, and this woman grabbed me between my legs." What was he
That's
supposed to do?
harassment.
Huh?
That's sexual harassment.
Okay, that's harassment. We talking about assault. Now we talking about harassment. What should he do?
push her.
Oh, so he should put his hands on her.
I ain't say knock her out. I ain't say knock her out.
That's his
So you mean to
private
tell me
boundary.
if your man
pushing.
came home,
Like, yo, don't touch me like that.
if
That's
your
an
man
affect
came,
him.
if your man, I want y'all to be honest, because both of y'all light skinned mother been lying tonight. If your man get a call from county jail and he just got charged with assault on a woman, and it comes to find out that she grabbed him between his legs as he was walking out the door, what would you honestly do?
Bail him out.
Yeah.
Would you stay with him
Yeah.
so you condone hitting women?
That's not hit.
We just said, we made it very clear. It's not that we condone hitting women. We
Right.
condone you taking up for yourself. In that moment, he was protecting himself. Somebody
Right.
was invading his private space,
Yeah.
putting their hands on.
So if you hit me in my snot box,
No, that's
I
not
can go
defending.
down
What
defend
the
myself.
hell? Oh God.
If somebody hits you in your nose and your nose starts bleeding, what comes with that?
If it don't start bleeding, you ain't had no right to put your hand in my nose.
Now, if she smacks you in the side of the head and you get mad and start swinging,
My ears ringing.
your ears ringing now. Okay. That's why I said this
Right.
is always a conversation that turns into a losing battle, because you
Yeah.
have some women that are shocked because they weren't raised like that. But then you have some women be like, well, I have a son and I don't want him to be put behind bars for hitting a girl that hit him.
See, that's
So
the
I
problem.
understand both sides of it. It's kind of it's a win-win, lose-lose
Yeah,
battle.
because that's the thing. I'm so afraid, and that's how it always been in the past. I mean, if a female call the cops on a male, that male is going to jail.
It
They're
used to
gonna-
be
they're
like
gonna
that.
Go with that.
It
No,
used
he
to
ain't.
be like that.
I
It
just
used
said
to be
that.
like that. Now it's assault, and it doesn't matter, Veronica. It used to be like that. It's not like that no more.
So I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Travis Rudolph. I ain't gonna even talk about it. If you had a time, look at what happened to him. The Florida State player, Travis Rudolph. That will let you know how some women can be conniving.
Yeah,
And y'all
Yeah.
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I get
But see, that's
that.
why I don't call nobody. I don't call nobody for unless like you're actively like just beating on me for no reason. Then I'll call somebody. But outside of that, just trying to be manipulative and no,
Putting somebody else in it and
yeah,
you don't
spitting
want
on
to-
somebody. And I feel like spitting on somebody is one of the lowest things you can ever do.
My mother said spitting on somebody and kicking them. I'm not about beating a woman
That's
to
the
the
thing.
pole. I'm just saying that you slap me, I slap you back. You put your hand on me, I put my hand back on you. I'm not saying just abuse a woman or assault like that. I'm just saying don't put your hand on me, because you hit me, I hit you back. And that's all to it. I'm not going to sit there and just pummel you to death. Don't do that. And then there's circumstances that I may not do that. But at the end of the day, I have the right to defend myself. You do not have a right to put your hand. That's assault. And when you assault, I have a right to defend myself.
So
I agree, but I agree to an extent. Like,
Yeah, but you
like
do you
if she's constantly hitting you, you may black out and hit her, just like
Nick.
Chris Brown did Rihanna.
Yeah, right. Nate, do you understand what stand your we understand your ground state? I don't need to show my weapon, But the bottom line is, if you put your hand on somebody and they feel threatened, they have a right not to hit you back. They have the right to put you down. Do you understand the law? Do y'all really understand? You put
I
your
didn't know
hand on
that South
somebody, they
Carolina was
feel
a stand your
threatened.
ground
They feel
state.
stand your ground means that you
I know what
feel
it
that your
is.
life is threatened. So if
I
you
did not
put
know
your
South
hand on
Carolina was
somebody,
one of
they
them.
would be like, yo, my life, I felt that my life is threatened. They have like Victor said, put a hot one in you. So be
Listen,
careful of putting your
let
hand
me
on
say this.
somebody.
Let me say this disclaimer before Victor get to make his point. We here at Tangy Tea of Life is not promoting violence.
No, we're
At
not.
all.
Okay, we're not.
No.
So whatever the viewers are hearing, we're not promoting violence.
This is I've
Go
just
ahead,
quoted
Victor.
a law that it's in the state that we all are in now, which is a stand your ground state, that if you feel threatened that your life is in jeopardy, you have a right to defend yourself and put a person down. Y'all just talking about hitting somebody. Do y'all understand the law? What y'all the law is in South Carolina? So you're talking about hitting a person back. You don't have a right to put your hand on someone because their life, they can feel that their life is threatened. So don't do it. I don't care if you're a woman, don't do it.
So
That's the
I guess
disclaimer that we should be putting out tonight.
so I guess all the little head light skinned people is jumping in the comments section today. But Miss James, I think I think I have a handle on my anger, but when you do something to somebody, their response, there is no management for a response. There shouldn't be, in my opinion. If you don't put yourself in that situation, it won't happen.
I guess I understand what I'm saying because I feel like I'm saying the same thing you all are
Right.
saying, and
You
y'all
are.
are just not getting what I'm saying.
No.
Because I understand if
I
I go toe to toe with a man, I know what's to come. I know his fist is gonna go up and we gonna be going toe to toe. I
Not long.
understand that. I understand that. Like, and I'm not saying he's justified for hitting me or I'm justified for hitting him, but I understand what's gonna come of that. Now, if I just push a man out of the way, or I just might mush him in the face, is that warrant me getting knocked the fuck out?
I know I see Jillian comment, I see Jason, I see Shanita, but you keep putting Marvin comment up there.
I just scrolled up.
No, ain't no way you scroll over all these people.
Up there. I apologize. You know what, Veronica? I apologize.
Thank you.
I was wrong.
Thank you so
Even though
much.
that's the comments that I see.
So Rodney says, wait, first
I guess.
Mr. Sammy says, I hear what Victor and Fatina is saying, but I bet neither one of them have ever hit a woman. That's not true, Mr. Sammy. Rodney says, guys, just walk away from the woman. Guys, just walk away from the woman who put their hands on you, because at the end of the day, the woman going to win the battle, because now you're going to get locked up or whatever may come your way.
Lies. That's so. I'm gonna say this.
It's not true, Rodney. Know the law, brother.
I pray and I hope after today, June the 27th, that no man is ever in a situation where that is an option, that he has to defend himself from anybody. I hope this never happens to anybody. And Neek, you are correct. We hear what you're saying, but the part I disagree with you on, when you said if I hit you, it don't hurt. You don't know. I could be, whatever, but just don't do it. It's safer if you just keep your hands to yourself.
It is.
We can agree. Can we agree to that?
Yes. And I said that time and time again. Keep your hands to yourself, and you won't have to worry about a man hitting you or vice versa.
And I will say this. No one deserves to be hit. If I come in the house, I don't know what kind of lips this woman got to put a hickey on me or what kind of damn skin. I don't think I can get one of them shits. But if I come in the house at whatever time, ma'am, get your shit, get your exit plan and execute that. Because if you hit me, I'm gonna execute my exit plan. Because I'm gonna just pull this card out. I'm gonna put my rainbow shirt on, and I'm
Oh
going to your
wow.
motherfucking ass.
Shanita, I totally agree with Veronica and Nick on this one. I'm really disappointed to see all the jokes being made by some of the men on here. This is why we have NBA and football players dragging women out of elevators and knocking them out. Y'all are basically condoning this behavior.
Who joking?
Oh,
Who's
there's some
joking?
jokes in the comments.
I ain't
Yeah.
see a joke.
Yeah,
No,
they've been joking.
okay. No, of course you don't.
Veronica, my
But
screen is this big. I can't see everything.
but I will say this just to kind of turn the conversation from men hitting women and women hitting men. I want to know why none of the other people there stepped in. Is that like a
Because ain't none of my
problem?
business.
And I asked this same question. I asked a male, what would he have done if he was there? What if would he have? Because we all saw a grown man turn around and walk the other way in the video. He just
We also saw an older man walked away too. Because I said the same thing, but my cousin got on me and said, "What is that old man gonna do? He get involved. He might have a heart attack." So I had to give her that. And yeah, you're right. But nobody's obligated to do something at
That
the end of
old
the day
man got
because it's
old
not
for a
their
reason.
fight.
He
It's
mind his
not.
business.
Yeah, it's some people it's not obligated to do anything. So I
But
can't
would
say
you?
anything.
Okay, but I want to ask you too. If you all were there and you saw a man talking down to a woman like this, and before it even escalated to the point of him putting his hands on her, what would you have
Try
done?
to de-escalate the situation.
Left.
Yes.
I
I would have tried to de-escalate the situation. I'm about looking out for people, especially a woman, because that could have been my mother, that could have been my aunt, and the son might have not been there. And I would try to intervene to try to de-escalate the situation so nobody gets hurt. And I know that by jumping in, I'm putting my life on the line on that, and I don't want to lose my life, but I have to think. So I'm gonna try to de-escalate.
and I'm glad. And the damn graveyard full of superheroes.
Yeah,
But
they are.
I am
Some
not.
died from something.
I'm not gonna put myself in the see. I look at that as different. I look at when a man jump in the situation, in my opinion, involving a woman that he ain't got no ties to. I feel like you trying to get some coochie. That's just how I feel. I ain't getting into that. And like Mr. Sammy says, Chicago different. Everybody got a gun in Chicago. I ain't doing it. Go out there. Veronica, I even told
But I
you
mean,
the same
like, there's
thing.
just
You get into a confrontation in Walmart and we together, you better hold your damn own. I ain't got shit to do with that.
But why not just remove her from the
I'm good.
situation? Why not just say, okay, well, let's walk over here. I'll get your food. Let me
I'm
de-escalate
with
the
you, Nick.
situation. I'm not
with you.
saying go jump in a man's face, but
I'm
you
with
could
you,
just
Nick.
remove her from the whole situation. So therefore there is no situation.
I'm with you, Nick. I'm
Have
gonna
you
try
ever
to
been in a
de-escalate.
fight, Nick?
Yes.
The worst thing you can do is grab somebody. Don't grab
I
me.
mean, like, but you're protecting them. You're standing between them and like, hey, I'll get your food. Come on. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I think Nick is saying. I'm saying before it even get to that point where they're fighting.
Yeah.
And I said
But
that. And I said that.
But my
He
thing
told
is,
her to shut the hell up
before
and
I
don't say nothing. That was it. I'm out. I'm out.
I feel like that's a sticky situation to be in, because it's like you want to help, but at the same time, you ain't trying to get shot over nobody either, especially a stranger, because people are so crazy these days. You don't know what, I mean, even if somebody would have stepped in to try to, to calm things down, and say if he had a gun, he pulled a gun out and shot both of them.
So you
That's
don't know
my
what
life. That's my life taken away because I'm trying to help a stranger in a situation that I had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
So it's a sticky situation. Now, if it was my mom, hey, it's just my time to go.
Different.
Because
y'all,
yeah.
But y'all are talking hypothetical. I'm talking real shit. I did this.
This is real.
I did this on the
No,
two
I'm not
train.
talking hypothetical.
I'm just
I'm talking
saying
about real
I
life.
did. I'm saying I did this on the 2 train. Me and my boy Tony. This woman complained that this man was rubbing up on her. She complained the first time. The second time, me and my boy stepped in, and we threw his ass off the train. So I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk, and I did this in New York. So at the end of the day, I did that. So I can say what I would have done. That's that kind of person I am. I have stepped in situations, and I'm glad that I didn't get hurt or I didn't have to. It didn't escalate to a fighting, but I have stepped in and tried to. I stepped in one time with another situation where the father came and thanked me because the boyfriend was trying to beat the girl up, and I jumped in the middle of it. Nah, bro, yo, calm down. I got it, and I walked her home. That's me. That's how I roll.
And I get that, and I'm saying nowadays you got to be real careful because people are crazy. No matter if you had anything to do with it or not, you have to be mindful how you step to people and how you try to, calm the situation down. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because
if it was my mother, it would have been no questions asked. I would have been right there. But just a stranger, I don't know what I would have done in that situation.
And just to the ones that are bringing the comments about the bass in my voice, I got the same bass in my voice when I stepped in to protect someone. That's who Fatine is. So I have the same bass in my voice, since you don't want to talk about bass in my voice, because I don't play that game. But I also don't play seeing a woman get assaulted in front of me and don't do anything. So I got the same bass in my voice. Right. I wonder if y'all will criticize me for having that bass in my voice.
So here's the thing. I don't feel like, when approaching a situation like that, I don't feel like you should approach the man. I don't feel like you're obligated to that. I feel like that's a dangerous situation because he's the aggressor. I wouldn't tell you, oh yeah, you need to go grab him or anything. However, take her out of the situation. Say, ma'am, kid, come with me, and just remove her from the situation altogether. Like, I don't see why that's a problem, because I ain't never in my life ever heard of somebody stepping in to save somebody or remove somebody from something and they got hurt.
Oh, I just heard this a few weeks ago, and I'm not calling. I don't want to, touch on the situation because it's still fairly new, and it's here in town. But from my understanding, someone was trying to break up a fight, but he ended up getting shot. I'm just saying. So you could be there trying to break up something, and you are the one to lose your life. That's what I'm saying. You have.
Well, you're breaking up a fight between two men.
I mean, it could be two men. It could be two women.
It could be two cats.
They're different.
It don't matter.
That's way different to me, because when you see two men fighting, I'm not even getting in the middle of that. I'm removing myself because I don't know how that's gonna play out.
I mean, use the video.
But if
we're talking about the man and the woman,
if a man is stepping over a woman and intimidating her, like, just remove her from the situation. Because he's even telling her, shut the F up or I'm gonna hit you. So if I move her from this situation, I don't have to worry about that. He'll get his food. He'll go on about his business. She'll get her food and go. Yeah, hopefully.
Because if you're dealing with a really crazy person, that man don't get you stepping in the middle.
Now, if she go back and she want to continue talking, then you remove yourself, because apparently this is what she wants.
So I tell you this, I don't go anywhere with my mother for that reason in itself. My mother got into a heated argument with the dude from Home Depot one day, and I slightly stepped in and said, listen, man, like, this my mama. She's right whether she's wrong. And my mama was wrong as shit. But I told him, this shit ain't gonna end well. Let me just, come on, ma, let's go. And she was still yapping, but I'm glad my man ain't say nothing. Because all my mama would have did was she would have said, "Oh, you gonna let him talk to me like that?" Then now what I got to do? And like I said, I feel my man, because your mama tell you to come in here with the gun, whatever, while you came in there at 14. You put your child in a position that a man maybe should have been in. You put your child in that situation. You should have took your lick, and that was it. But now both of y'all affected. I don't see how she gonna win a case with the city, because if looking at it, she accessory before the fact. Because you brought the gun to the fight when there was no fight.
Did she tell him to bring the gun?
I don't know. But
I don't like the fact that she texts her son. I don't like that, because you are bringing a child into an adult situation.
Yes.
Your son is not your boyfriend, your father. He's not going to be there to, he's a boy. And you kind of put a lot of pressure on him to come and protect you from a grown man. So I don't feel like that was fair.
That
Just as a
wasn't fair
mother.
and that wasn't right.
Mm-mm.
And if you dig just a little bit further, people saying she was licensed to carry, but the son had the gun.
The gun was,
Ma'am, if you licensed to carry, go out there and get your gun and
right.
come back.
I mean, she
But
did
for your
that.
son to bring you your gun in public, your son ain't licensed to carry. He ain't even supposed to touch a pistol till he's 21. So if she wants to play this game, ma'am, I feel like she gonna lose.
Well, the prosecutors dropped the charges because they looked at it, so we can have
But the feds
opinions.
can pick it up.
At the end of the day, the bottom line is they dropped the charges. They are
The
home.
feds can pick it up at any time.
They're not going to do that.
Really?
They're not going to do that.
You want to put a case of Mountain Dew on that?
Yeah. Let's put a case of Mountain Dew
Ooh,
on it.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, because they're not
That's so
going to
unhealthy.
pay. The feds are not going to come in there because this guy escalated and this guy was defending him, and the prosecutors didn't. They're not.
So since the team says he knows the fair, I need 5 numbers and a Powerball number since you predicting shit.
Yeah, I'll give that to you later. But they're not coming in on this one because we've seen worse with police or whatever. And you see the woman that shot through the door that killed the black woman down in Florida.
Yeah, she got off.
And she's not off, but she's being charged with manslaughter instead of murder. So yeah, the feds are not coming. The feds may come in on this one because in Florida, because it's a civil rights violation due to the fact that she used racist slurs. So she used the word the N-word and all that stuff. So that's when the feds may come in. On this one, no.
That's 2 different cases, bro. But
they are. The feds are not coming, not on this one.
We got a case of Mountain Dew on it. It's cool.
But with Chicago, I don't feel like she has a case because, well, I'm not gonna say she doesn't have a case because I don't know all the the ins. I don't know everything. However, what I will say is, you got off. You got off. The city did not put their hands on you. Yes, the city did arrest you because they came in on a situation where somebody was dead. And they had to take whatever precautions they had to take. They're like, hey, I'm listening to everybody. You have the gun. This person is dead. I don't know what happened. Further investigation, charges were dropped. I don't see the point of suing. That just kind of is like, you kind of reach in there. But I don't feel like she's going to win either. But, like I said, I don't know the ins and outs.
Karan says, I understand from all perspectives. The best thing to do is keep your hands to yourself. John says, Nick, if you mesh a man in his face, it still don't make you justified. You trying to say certain times make you justified to touch.
No, I'm not saying any time makes you justified. I'm not saying it. I can flick you. It does not matter. It doesn't justify me hitting you. What I'm saying is, if that didn't hurt you, why turn around and hit a woman harder than she kind of hit you? Like, why knock her out because she did that?
Because you can't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not justifying it.
Because you can't.
She's not wrong.
Right. So Nick, let me just put this out there because nobody's gonna hear this part. I understand what you're saying, Nick. Mm-hmm. I understand. I got you. And I always say that if you look at the level, if you slap me, I'm gonna slap you back. I'm not gonna punch you. But I'm just gonna say you can't question the response. That's the problem that y'all fail to realize. Once you do something, you can't question what their response is. Some people will mush a person, somebody go, and they're not justified to go and take a knife and kill you. I don't say that, but you're playing with fire when we do that. Once you do that, you open the door for other things to happen, and it's not always an equal and opposite or equal response. That's all I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, but sometimes that reaction is not going to be the same equal what you gave out, because you can't question how a person responds to you at the end of the day once you have assaulted them.
Wait a minute. So reading this case, they dropped the murder charges.
Right.
But involuntary manslaughter is still on the table, bro.
I don't see that. It's on the table.
I
Meaning
mean,
that
all
they
they
can
did was
still
they
be
dropped the
I
charged.
don't
murder
see.
charge.
I don't see. I didn't even see where they was charged with manslaughter. I saw they was charged with first degree murder, and the charges were dropped.
He's
Yes,
not
so
saying
you
that.
understand they can refile these charges.
But they
Right?
haven't. The key, the
They just
prosecutor.
dropped them.
The prosecutor is the one that filed the charges. She dropped the charges and didn't say there was more charges coming. She dropped any. If she was going to refile charges, she would have just done it there and say, "I'm going to
Really?
downgrade these charges." She dropped the charges and they walked out of jail free. If she was going to give them manslaughter, she would have charged them and kept their asses in bond, and they would have had to bond themselves out. They
Not,
didn't have to
not,
bond themselves out. They
no,
walked
sir.
out without a bond.
No, 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 sir.
Okay, go
Because they
ahead.
can file charges. They got what,
They're
180
not going to
days,
do that.
181 days
Not
to refile? Oh,
they're
yes,
not
sir.
going to do that because why wouldn't she do that in the beginning? She's the
Evidence, bro.
prosecutor. She's
Okay.
the prosecutor.
She
She
can
said,
hold
"I'm
off, though.
dropping all
You-
charges."
You right,
She can,
Patine.
she can turn
You
around
right.
and do it
You
if
right.
she wants to. If down the line in this lawsuit they pick up some more evidence and some more and
That-
people running their
they
mouth
can
and
do
talking,
that. They can
she
do
can
that.
put that back on the table and say, "Okay, we'll get you
This
for
shit ain't
manslaughter."
over with. It
Yeah,
ain't
but they
over.
said what they said.
Well, I'm quite sure.
Did y'all read what Fox said? She said
Fox,
after our
the news?
investigations, and she used the term some kind of circumstances that we're dropping all charges. They found something in there that they realized that they acted in self-defense. There's no charges on the table. You may
Well,
be right. I
I'm
could be
quite
wrong, and I'll
sure-
come back. But they're
You
not.
I'm
really
quite
so
sure
the news
his-
is accurate now?
I'm telling you, I pretty
I
much
didn't
know.
I don't think so.
I'm quite sure his family is not letting this rest.
No,
No. Shit no.
No.
Somebody
They can-
somebody
they
else
can-
gonna have to
They
pay.
can do whatever they want to, but they need to look at what he did.
I mean they don't care. They don't care what he did. All
And
they
that's
care is
fine.
that his life was lost.
All right.
They don't care. He hit that woman. They don't care. Just like you said that they felt like she should have walked off, and because she didn't walk off, he hit her, and now he's dead. It sounds stupid, but that's how they look at it. So they're gonna say, well, this man had 2 kids, or he was a brother, he was a son, and just like your boy is a son to you, and he killed my son, so no, he's got to go down. This, that, and the other. It's going to be a long ride, and the fact that she's filing a lawsuit, I feel like they are setting them up to run their mouth, to set themselves up to being charged with manslaughter. When she says she drops all
coming.
charges, that means current pending charges at that moment, not
Yeah, so-
everything that could be on the table.
So they said that she dropped all criminal charges. So there's no criminal charges coming there. That's number one. And then the reason why she's suing, because she's looking at why was she attacked by going into a restaurant and being assaulted at the end of the day by just ordering food. So that's where part of the lawsuit is.
That
coming.
makes no sense. Who she suing? The city for being
Yeah.
assaulted? That makes no sense.
She's suing more than the city. She's suing
And
the
the
establishment.
officers.
Yeah.
Her ass going to jail. Now, you know what?
She's not going to jail.
Okay, so let me say this. It's by July 31st, I got 100 that say her ass gonna be charged.
I say by
You ain't got to
September.
take the bait.
By when?
31st.
By when? July 31st?
that's
100?
100.
June 31st? I mean, June 30th or July?
July.
I'll put it on the line. You want to lose
No,
that
I
100?
don't
I'll
even
put it
think
on
it's
the
gonna
line.
be that soon, because I think they're gonna drag it out.
We're not going to drag it out. This is not, she's core criminal charges have been dropped. So she's not going to
This
be charged by
lawsuit is
July.
gonna be drawn out.
The lawsuit is definitely going to be drawn out unless the city settles. And the establishment may go ahead and settle at the end of the day and just sweep this under the rug.
How?
So
Too messy.
they may settle, dude. I'm just saying. I don't know. They may settle to just let this thing play out at the end of the day. That you never know where the culpability or liability is going to fall. So I don't know.
People just need to be careful. People will pull out a cell phone and record you in a heartbeat.
If
And
it
if
wasn't for that cell phone, guess what would have happened?
Right.
Her ass would be in jail right now.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. Thank God
So-
for
so
cell
she-
phone.
She's also suing the
Technology.
arresting officers as she cites false arrest, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and more. So, like I'm saying, I've seen these cases. This is not something that I reached out for my show tomorrow for her attorneys and her to come on. I don't believe in reaching out to her without her attorneys because this is a legal matter. but I reached out to see if we can get them on our show tomorrow to talk about this case.
Who, the mother and the son?
The mother, and now we're not talking to a minor, the
Well, the
mother
mother.
and the attorney. You never talk to a person without the attorney. She's lawyered up.
Right.
But she had a press conference today, so I'm reaching out. My producer's reaching out to see if I can get them on our show tomorrow night.
No, I agree with John said. I really don't even think she really has to worry too much about all of that. It's the other family, and it being Chicago.
That's what I said. Yep.
Yeah.
The family, his family is not letting this rest that easy.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl says false arrest. Come on, she left the crime scene.
Oh, so that's more.
She left the crime scene and on the grounds of feeling that her life was still threatened because the remember there's a girlfriend there. Y'all know the girlfriend. If you read the whole story, the girlfriend, because as they were trying to get the gun, they left the scene, went home, and turned themselves in. Cops didn't have to hunt them down. They called 911, told them where they was at, and turned themselves in. They worked with the police. They just got out of that circumstances. They got out of it because they didn't know what environment, who could be coming, whatever. They removed themselves and they called the cops and turned themselves in. They did the right thing.
I understand that, but they had to turn themselves in because the police did not know fully what happened. They left the scene.
But they called.
So that's why they were arrested.
Right.
Yes, I don't see why she's suing for false arrest. They arrested her upon the evidence that they seen a dead body, a gun that was shot out of. They killed the dead body, and you left.
Right. To me, I mean, Nick, I believe that false arrest will be thrown out. They will not win that at all. Not at all. I agree with you on that. Totally.
Mm-hmm. So the guy that's deceased now, his girlfriend was there?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, well. So what was the girlfriend doing? Was she inside the restaurant?
From what I'm hearing, I don't know if she was inside the restaurant. I do know when the deceased gentleman came outside, that they were trying to get to the guy to get the gun. That's why the mother said fire again, because the girlfriend was trying to get the gun. He was yelling, get the gun. And that's why the mother said to her son, fire again, because they were approaching them, trying to get the gun. He had to put that threat down.
Okay, so the girlfriend wasn't a threat. This is a 14-year-old. Go ahead.
This is not a threat. The 14-year-old. Go ahead.
No, because what I'm saying is, I understand the girlfriend. Because I mean, depending on where she was, this still is somebody losing their life.
He wasn't dead outside. He wasn't dead yet.
Yeah, he wasn't dead. So of course, her instinct is to grab the gun from the child, so nobody else gets hurt. Like, he's already down. So how do you know that, Neek? If they're together, you have no idea, knowing that where there's a threat at and somebody's coming at you and they're together. You don't know if they're trying to put that down. Remember, they're retreating and they're coming at them. If they're retreating and they're coming at them, that means they're still being assaulted or accosted. That's the best word. So at the end of the day, you threat. So like Victor said, and I've seen somebody do this before, and Victor, you know this, that if you stop the threat, you don't supposed to empty on somebody. I see somebody lose their license like this. You stop the threat. Once you stop the threat, that's why excessive force, besides being a cop, excessive force means you stop the threat, but you continue to fire. That's not good. He shot him.
Doesn't apply when you're defending yourself.
Right, but he stopped. He hoped to stop the threat, but as they're retreating out the store, he's still coming at them. Now the girlfriend is coming at them. It's still a threat. He shot more. This guy wasn't dead the first time he got shot. He got shot
but if
when
he's
outside.
slipping out and he's shot and the girlfriend's coming at them, I would understand why she's coming at him, because this little boy has a gun and he just shot my boyfriend. So I can understand why she would be like, okay, what's going on? Stop. No, because she probably feel like they're a threat to her now.
Well, let's back up for a second.
Why did the mama take the gun back? Why did she tell? I mean, she had ample time. Her ass
because the mama was the mama not knocked out.
No.
She was telling him to shoot.
She told him to shoot.
She told him to shoot out. See, when he shot the dude and they retreated and the guy left first, mama should have took the gun from the boy, but she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
They walk outside. Boy still got the gun. Mama tell boy to shoot again.
Be cool, right? Because she
That's
felt,
where I have the issue right there.
yeah, and I don't have an issue if you feel like your life is threatened. Number one,
He
number
shouldn't
two,
have had the gun.
Victor, I got that, but
Are
if
you
you
on the side
Victor,
of
if
justice
Victor,
or you on just her side?
I'm Victor. I'm saying that if I'm your 14-year-old son and you a man, and if you're dazed, you can't take the gun. Put it like this: the bottom line, we can sit here and do all this and say if they were still sitting in jail. The prosecutors investigated this and didn't find them negligence on this and dropped the charges, y'all. So we can sit here and
Not
say
yet.
this, that, and the other. The charges, all criminal charges have been dropped.
As of now.
I agree, Cheryl.
Facts.
She wanted him to
That's
do
a
it
fact.
because he is underage and he wouldn't be charged as an adult.
Thank you.
Oh,
She
so
used
you're
him.
putting the burden on her that got assaulted, and she texted her son to come in to assist her. She could have been
Yep.
texting her to bring him the gun, and once he got in there, remember, he didn't come out. He didn't come. If y'all saw the video, he didn't come in there with the gun out. The gun was in his hoodie
In his pocket. So he
his
was
pocket.
there's
So when
more
he came in, he saw his mother being assaulted. That's when he said, "Hell with this,
So
I'm
why did he have
popping."
it on him already?
Because she
came
texted
in.
him, and she probably
Exactly.
said, "Bring the weapon."
You can't do that. You cannot
Well, you
do
can't.
that.
What, they dropped the charges, dude. So don't tell me they can't
Up
do that.
now. You just wait. July 31st. Just wait.
All right, July
I think it's
31st.
gonna take a little longer than July 31st, but
No, don't put
I
it on
agree. I
now.
wouldn't
He
put
got
my
July
child in that
31st. That's
situation.
it.
I
So
wouldn't.
there's more to
I
the
ain't
video.
changing what the,
There's more to the
Go ahead.
video than what I sent you all.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
okay, because I didn't
Shooting.
see the little boy, I didn't see the gun, I didn't see any of that.
Yeah,
I never
he
saw
walks
the
into
little boy.
It's
the
wrong.
doorway. He sees his mother being assaulted. He goes in his pocket, and that's when they stop because TikTok and all of them are not going to allow you to see that. You might be able to find it on YouTube before it's taken down. Okay, but you see him pull out. But another video I saw tonight, you hear the shots after his third punch. Because you saw him do 2 punches. Yeah, third punch because he punched her the first time. He came back, then he came back again.
Yeah,
And that's
he
when
like
you heard the
a
pop.
man.
That's when you
He
heard the
hit
pop.
He hit her more than once.
Yeah. He hit her
Three times.
Three times.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've been investigating this
So-
as best as I can. So
My thing is, so you all don't know if the girlfriend was inside.
She wasn't.
Okay, so she wasn't, because I was going to say if she was inside, she definitely should have pulled her boyfriend.
Boyfriend off and like, come on, let's go. Let's I'll get whatever we need to get.
Right.
Let's go. But I like that concerns me because that feels like I feel like at that point then, either way, if he hit her or not, since she texted her son to bring the weapon, that was gonna escalate anyway. Because why, for one, I wouldn't dare tell my child. I would walk away before I do that. I would definitely walk away and just leave my food, go sit in my car, drive off around the corner, come back when they gone.
I'm
Because
pretty
I have
sure
my
that lady
children.
she pretty much was afraid for her life. I would,
But I
Hindsight-
understand
That's
I
why-
understand
is
being
20
afraid for your life, but at the same time, you still have opportunities to leave. You had an opportunity to sit there and text your son to come and bring the weapon.
wait,
So you didn't fear too much. You didn't fear too much that you didn't think you were gonna have time to get that gun.
You had
Unless
time
she
to
thought her
check.
son was gonna go ahead and air out the room.
it's amazing what you say,
It's
Neek,
amazing.
and it's interesting because, like I was talking to my daughters last week, and I said that how in New York I'm not licensed, so I can't have my weapon in New York, but down
New
here
York City.
in New York City, says, thank you. So tonight there was a circumstance in the store. I'm carrying tonight, but because of all of this, I decided it's playing in my head over this. What you're saying, Neek, is you got to think. And now, since I'm licensed, I'm like, I think I'm older. I'm thinking, this is not about a cowboy being. This is real. So something happened tonight in the store. Nothing where life was threatened, but an argument could have escalated to a point. I decided, the guy didn't say anything to me. He just jumped the line and just let it go. But that's what I'm saying. we can escalate things where we could just let it go. So when the young lady said, "Who was here first?" after he walked out, I said, "I was here first." She said, "Why you didn't say anything?" I said, "This dude saw when he walked in that I was standing here." But I said, "I'm carrying the night, and I have to be the responsible one because at the end of the day, you got to be more reasonable. My life wasn't threatened, so why escalate something that might have not? You know what I'm saying?" So yeah, I do. But when you're in the heat of the moment and somebody's being assaulted and hit, at the end of the day, you never know what you're going to do.
But she wasn't being hit in that process. She looked at her phone, opened it up,
Thank
texted her
you.
son,
That's
Victor,
premeditated.
in
Victor,
here,
put
bring
Jason comment up, please. Go ahead.
bring the weapon. He brought the weapon, and she then at that moment she felt fearless. Like, I don't care if you hit me, I'm gonna shoot you. That probably was already in her head.
Okay, so I'm with Jason on this. So there's proof that she took her time and text her son.
So,
Yes.
so what I was going to respond to
Yes.
that. So the news reports,
Wow.
and there was a report online that before I saw it on the news,
News
it was
report.
reported that she texted her son. They didn't say what she said. It didn't say bring the weapon. They didn't say come in the
Yes, Veronica.
store, but they did. Yes, it did say
Yes.
that she
I would have just
texted.
picked the phone up and call. You mean you had a chance to text?
Because
Yes.
at this
Exactly.
level of idea of surprise. You
July.
understand what I'm saying?
And if she didn't text him to bring the weapon and he just brought that on his own, then we have a whole nother type of situation there.
But you got to think, we talking about your mother getting punched by a
But she
man.
wasn't being
She
punched at that
didn't get
moment.
punched yet.
Yeah, she
Oh,
didn't
he
get
brought
punched.
the gun
When
before
he
the
texted
fact.
her, yeah, but when she
Okay,
texted,
back up because I'm lost. Okay, so
Okay.
she texted this before it escalated to the punch.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. She
But
did
we
not
don't know
get
what
hit.
she
It was
texted.
an argument.
Right.
And she
Because
texted
texted him
her
to
son to
call.
go get the gun.
we don't know that she said that in the text. You don't know that.
Well,
Allegedly.
why
don't
he
know
brought
that.
the gun?
I don't know,
Allegedly.
Victor. We
You
got to
gotta say
deal with. I
You
allegedly.
don't
going to
know.
jail.
You
Allegedly.
gotta say
The
allegedly.
charges were all criminal charges dropped.
You keep saying that, bro. They can still refile them.
They
It's
don't.
not
They're
like
not
double
going to
jeopardy.
refile. They don't drop these charges to
You don't
refile
know
these
that.
charges. Not after this. Yo, oh God.
Investigation fatigue.
Do this investigation. They have dropped all criminal charges. They're
Listen,
not going to
fatigue.
refile. Not the prosecutors.
Fatigue. I'm gonna say this. Yeah, we all walk different lives. We all seen different things. We can what if all day long. They can pick up charges at any time. Read the law. There is no time limit. Now, if they would have dismissed all charges without prejudice, then that's different. But they didn't do that. All they did was dismiss the murder charges. They can refile at any time.
Cheryl, I'm with you on that.
So I want to back up a couple of years ago with the whole Mike Brown thing.
Who's Mike Brown?
Okay, I'm not Mike Brown.
In Ferguson.
People talked about Mike Brown
in Ferguson
when he did what he did, and they wanted to riot. And in my opinion, Mike Brown asked for that. I don't give a damn how you look at it. Mike Brown walked in that store with that with the little Asian people, went behind the counter, took the blunts, the Phillies, whatever, walked down the center of the street, and the cop told him to get on the sidewalk. He wouldn't get on the sidewalk. My man gets out the car, and a tussle ensues, and the cop shoots Mike. And I'm like, and we supposed to riot for that?
Did he have his
Because
hands
he's
up and then he
15?
shot him?
Huh?
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, he had his hands up and he shot
He had
him.
his hands up. So
There
that's
was no
where,
struggle.
Yeah. So yeah.
There was a
That's
struggle.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
there was struggle.
What
His
struggle?
hands
There was
was
no
up,
struggle.
Yes,
There was no struggle.
There was
There's
there was a little ruffle.
Yes, there was.
But that's what's him running, and he put his hands up, and that's when
He
he
put his
shot.
hands up and he was shot. So that's
Mhm.
that's not justifiable.
Let's
Once you running away from a situation and getting shot with your hands up, that's not justifiable.
It's not.
It's not. And
Stop putting
I'm
yourself
involved,
in-
and
we
I
got
just
to
want
keep-
to
keep
my
that
disclaimer
clear.
is I know the parents. I work with the parents on this case. So I mean, I'm gonna stick with what I've said from day one on that because I work with the family.
So Cheryl says, he said if she said one more time, I'm gonna hit you, and she kept talking. So what does that mean, Cheryl?
Yeah, what
How
does
many
that
times
mean?
somebody told you say something else, but you kept talking? What?
Well, I think she didn't fear. That's why I want to know what that text said, and her son coming with that weapon, because and I can only speak for me. I can't speak for every woman in the world. When a man is balling up his fist and he look like he don't care about life, I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk away, and not walk away because like even if I have something in the car to get him with, I'm going to walk away. I am going to walk away and get myself because I don't want to get hit. Get hit hurts.
Now back
So,
in now back in the day, the old Veronica would have been like, and what? And I'm talking. I'm talking.
And
The
your
new
snot box would have been
Veronica,
over here.
huh?
but see, old or new, I'm gonna get out of that
The
situation.
new Veronica know better. The
Oh,
older
okay.
Veronica know better. People these days, it's 2023. People have they do not care. Mm-mm. I'm not taking no chances. Okay,
Yeah, I ain't taking no
I'm
chances. Like
keeping my
that's why I
hands
said
to
I would
myself.
remove myself, but for her to feel the confidence of like what you're gonna do, that let me know she knew that gun, either that gun was coming, or she knew her son was gonna air it out.
Sure. He said,
Now
I
he's resting
swear
with his
on my
grandma. Yep.
He did say that too.
he
He
did.
said on his grandma's grave and not
And somebody
And
said he
now,
sent
now he
them
resting
to
with
his
her.
grandma.
Now they having
he
picnics.
down there with his grandma.
Yeah, that's not fun.
It is.
I just saw a little clip. I now want to see all the evidence
The
that
whole
you're
thing.
talking about. Mm. Cheryl says the old Cheryl would have kept talking. Wait, old Cheryl would keep talking now. New Cheryl, right. I'm with you, Cheryl. That's what I
I
said.
always left. And maybe because I grew up with boys that like, and I used to fight my brothers, like that hurt. I knew how it felt to get punched in the arm or like I used to like fight, like play fight with my brothers. Nah, it hurt.
I fought a guy in middle school and won.
I did too, but he was a little
Fight him
small.
now.
Oh,
I ain't trying to fight him. I ain't
I
trying
don't fight
to
no more now. Yeah, I don't fight no more.
no. I
No.
tried to avoid situations like I don't want to be around it.
Yeah. I just
That's
want
not
to say, I said it earlier and I'll say it again, that, you know, somebody lost their life and videos go around. And this video must circulate to the family may see it. And I don't want them to think that we don't have any empathy where your family has lost life and you're grieving. This man was a father and he lost he lost his life, and now these children don't have a father. So I don't want to seem like we're totally senseless here.
Speak
At
for
the end of
No,
the
yourself.
don't say
day,
you. Say
yeah,
Speak for
you.
I'm
yourself.
saying, all right, right.
Speak for
So,
your. Thank
so
you. Don't say
speak.
we.
I'll say for
Don't say we.
I'll say for myself at the end of the day. But I'm not backing up of what I said, because we have to think and use proper judgment. And if you want to do the Monday morning quarterback about hindsight, which is 2020,
Hold it there.
he should not have assaulted that woman like that. At the end of the day, but I understand that you're grieving, so it's very sensitive, and that's your loved one, and I got that, and I understand that. But the repercussions of what he did, we have loved ones, and sometimes our loved ones do effed up crap, and we have to call a spade, and that's the bottom line. If my brother did something and he was wrong, he was wrong, and if he lost his life, I would miss my brother, and I would love my brother, and I wish that he didn't lose his life. But if he did something that brought that on himself, then he knew as an adult man that has sense, yo, you brought that on yourself. So I'm speaking for myself, but I'm not backing up on anything that I said on this show. I'm not changing that. No.
Okay, so to Alicia, Neek just said she always left, but just saying that she was about to burn down the house make it make sense. Let me help you out then. So when I'm in front of him, I know those hits hurt because I fought him too. He got a few tattoos from me. He's in the house and he ain't coming out because he don't want me to come in there because he know I was gonna jump on a girl. That was the old Neek. So I was gonna burn down the house, and now he can't hit me. He can't do nothing. Now if we were face to face, Yeah, I would leave because I know his hits hurt. He can't hit me in the house, and he can't hit me coming out of a burner house either.
Yeah, but Nick, you went there to confront him. You didn't go there just to burn the house down. You went
I
there to
went there to
confront
spend
him,
the night.
and you
You
found
wasn't even
out that.
serious.
So
Yeah.
you didn't really give us the whole story. So you went to spend the night and found out that he had another woman in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the day, I
She
can give you
said
that
that last
temporary.
week.
I don't remember all of that, so I can give you
I
the
do.
temporary insanity. But now he doesn't come
'Cause
out.
I'm pressing
Oh, I
charge.
told you, I can understand your anger.
Oh yeah,
I
that
just
was
said
his
that you
name.
just wasn't right of burning that
I was
house.
just making
and
it.
and
I was
yeah,
just making it make sense for her.
got it. I got it. Appreciate
You
it.
wasn't serious though.
Nick was
You
serious,
ain't had
though.
no gas in your gas can. You ain't
I'm
had
not
no
gonna drive
lighter,
around with no gas.
and then you got
Hit this.
87.
This is why I don't have a gun.
I'm glad that you
This is why I
realized
don't
that,
have a gun
Nick.
because I know I'm crazy and I know my temper. I'm in therapy
Good.
because when
And
I
I'm
get
glad
mad,
that you know that, Nick.
Yeah, when I get mad, yeah, I want to hurt somebody. That's
I'm glad
my
that
problem.
you know that. And Nick, and that's serious, y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you realize that because a lot of people don't realize that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's why I gotta.
You
I gotta
have to
go. I got
recognize
two kids
it
to take
first.
care of.
Yeah. If you look yourself in the mirror and realize that you can see those faults in the mirror and you trying to get help, that I commend you on that, my sister. And that's it. And you're real. And that's what we try to bring here. Our perspective might not be fit everybody, but we're trying to bring our real perspective here so you get an understanding. Because like I said, some of your women may not understand and some of your men not understand. But we're trying to tell y'all, be careful when you put your hand on a man because every man don't look at it as y'all are the weaker species and we're gonna brush it off. Don't look at it like that. So that's why I say it with bass in my voice, and I'm not changing that because he said Vic said 9:30 for teen is gonna be changed. I'm not changing a damn thing tonight. Not a damn thing.
You switched up. You wanted him to get shot, but then you turn around and say,
I didn't say I
didn't empathize.
No, I said we empathize that a life was lost. We empathize that you don't want nobody to lose their life, but at the end of the day, I don't want nobody to lose their life. But at the end of the day, he brought this on himself. So I said I don't change anything, and I said if I was in that 14-year-old shoes, I would have done the same thing. I'm not changing that.
So let me tell you this, and this is my opinion. Every now and then, a woman has to flex in order to put a whole bunch of men in their place.
Mm-hmm.
When Lorena Bobbitt cut John Bobbitt dick off, there was a whole lot of men that stepped back for a little while.
When that happened.
There was a whole lot of men was like, wait a minute. They thought twice.
Yeah.
All right. This incident here, there's gonna be some men that think twice about putting their hand on somebody. There's gonna be some men that gonna think twice about putting their hands on a female who got a son. All I'm saying is I said it before. Sometimes people got to die in order to preserve life.
Victor,
if you look at him as a martyr, he was a martyr.
One sacrifice saves hundreds of lives. You're correct. That is true. That is true.
And I agree. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a whole bunch of things we disagreed on, but
no, not a lot.
My man, it like you said, it's tragic that he died, but bruh, you earned that one. He earned that one. Yeah, you earned that one.
You gotta be careful.
He earned it. That's all I'm gonna say. He earned that one.
Yeah. I've seen people do a lot of things that was not kosher and they've been able to walk away with their life. You got to be careful, man. You got to be careful.
Well, I'm like Monique, the comedian. Ain't no way I could have sat there and my man.
Well, wait a minute. Like they said, how did she throw it out the window? Like, did you put it in the seat or did she put it in the mouth and drove? Like, it wasn't in the hand because you got to drive with two hands. So
you could drive with one hand.
So she had the weenie in her hand like this, how she driving?
She probably threw it in the seat and waited and then picked it up and threw it out the window.
I don't remember. I remember this.
She been big mad.
Wasn't it like 1989 or 1990?
I don't remember.
We don't care you young. You always got to
no, like I remember it. I want to make sure I remember
somewhere along there.
One.
Yep.
I know it was like around there because I think they made like a movie about it,
I think they did make it. Yeah.
or a movie made a joke about it. One,
A document. I can't remember, but
I
yeah.
have to look it up.
I'm about to tell you. 90,
Ooh.
93,
Oh, okay.
looks like. 93.
Oh, it was.
I don't know, Neek, and that's why I said, that's why I listen to everything. But since you're the one to talk about the burning house down, but on the serious side, um, I don't know how many people on this show because I don't assume because sometimes Victor or Veronica may not express certain things. I don't know, but I don't know if y'all ever had your life threatened. Not war, Victor, because you served this country, and I always thank you for that. And you've seen things I've never seen on that level. That's a different level. But I had my life threatened, and three guys was ordered. One of the guys said, "Shoot him," and my mother was there, and my cousin heard that, and my cousin was like, "What do I do?" So he went and got backup, and he never knew what this was going to escalate into. But when he went to get that backup, this was not going to turn out pretty. This was not, I'm telling y'all, it was not going to turn out pretty because he didn't go to get guys to come with, their boxing gloves. They came with what needed to be come with, and they didn't catch the guys. But this is real life. And when I realized this, then I realized that I need to live my life accordingly and be responsible, even though I didn't do anything. They try to take my big boombox radio. I didn't do anything wrong. But now I learned that there was a responsibility when I carried this radio that, hey, it's like going out in the ocean. I'm setting up, that I'm putting myself in jeopardy. So you learn as you get older, life can go like this at the end of the day. So I just hopefully that we can learn, like Victor said, that we can learn from this here. Unfortunately, somebody lost their life. But like Victor said, it approved not just to men, but especially men about putting their hands on somebody, especially a woman. And a lot of these women have sons and brothers and uncles, and they're not. I mean it. I'm going to say it again. They're not going to tolerate this, and they're not talking. They coming and they taking your head. They're gonna try to take your head.
Yeah, because I know my son wouldn't sit around and watch somebody beat up on his mama.
Damn right.
No.
And my brother's a black belt. He's not going to.
Damn.
He a black belt in what? Let me show you I got my black belt in.
And if y'all go to Walmart, y'all better.
Yeah.
If y'all go to Walmart, y'all better not take Victor. Y'all better take me because I'll definitely help.
Why? Thank so you can punch a woman if I get into it with her?
No, you better punch her yourself, or I'm gonna whip your butt. I'm gonna whip you. That's what my parents said. If you don't hit them back, I'm gonna whip your ass when you get home.
I'm gonna continue the shopping. Continue shopping.
I mean, if a girl jump up to me, you can't continue shopping. You don't end up in a cart.
Okay, this was good conversation. This was better than I thought. This really was good tonight. But I've always kept basing my voice when it comes down to putting your hand on me. I don't play that. I don't pretend to play it. So I'm not apologizing for bass in my voice. I will always have bass in my voice. Don't put your hand on me.
Well, that's Fateen's final thought. Anik, something you would like to say?
This situation was real deep. So I kind of said all I wanted to say about it.
Victor?
Touchy situation, not really, but we expressed ourselves. To women out there, please keep your hands to yourself. Because if you put your hands on me, I will identify as a trans woman, and I'm gonna put you on your back. I'm gonna try to. Just keep your hands to yourself. Everybody keep your hands to yourself. But if you want to put your mouth on me, that's different. I'm just saying.
All right. Yes, I feel all of you on that, as we've been saying throughout the show.
Really?
Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself, whether you are male or a female, and things will not get to this point where someone has lost their life. And it's sad that it was, we don't know what it was over, but it happened at a food joint. So I'm pretty sure maybe she thought somebody cut the line, or he thought somebody, whatever the situation was. It's just sad that someone had to lose their life behind it. It's sad that now a 14-year-old will never be the same again. It's sad that, he could be charged if the feds, bring it back. Um,
Get my
but
$100 July 30th,
it's
August 1st.
it's just it's sad all the way around. And we like Fatine said, we definitely don't want to see a life lost. So our prayers are definitely going out to this man's family, because he have two daughters, and they're definitely dealing with the loss of their dad.
Say that again. What happened? Whose prayers?
My prayers,
Okay.
And I send the prayers out to them
Fatine
girls.
prayers
I send them prayers out to them girls and that
are
family.
going
Nick,
out.
thank you. Me and Nick ain't praying.
Veronica and Fatine are definitely praying for the families that have lost loved ones. I could take this to a whole nother topic for you two on my right side. Wait, here.
Yeah, we're on your right. We're on your right.
But I'm not going to take it there. But yes, please, everyone, just keep your hands to yourself. Why we all just can't get along, man? Life is short, and we still out here acting crazy over a hot dog or whatever it was. It's just it's sad.
He got his wings.
On a serious note, it's definitely
You
sad
right. You
that
right.
we're
Yeah,
still dealing with this in 2023. It's sad.
Yeah,
This
I didn't
only
read.
beginning.
Mhm.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, I didn't read no comments tonight. So one comment I will read. Karen lied. Lied says this has been a very good and informative show tonight. Love it all. I agree on everything that was said. I feel for both families.
Miss
Thank
Lyde, Miss
Thank
Lyde is always down the middle. She ain't gonna side with nobody. And I love her for that.
Thank you. Her son loves you, Victor. Yep. His name is
We gotta
Christopher.
meet. How
Yep.
old he is?
His name is Christopher, and Christopher just turned 18, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Oh, so he's grown. So with that nice spelling bee word that Victor put out earlier.
So now, Chris, let me say something, Chris. Let me give you a little bit of game.
Uh-oh.
This should be off a team show, but let me say this. Chris, if you ever doing your thing, put your leg up while she facing the other way, y'all both face the same way. Reach under you and you pull. You ever heard of pull the bull?
Wait a
You
minute
get about
now.
that much more
He
meat
just
out.
turned 18.
So what that
oh, he
mean?
probably been already doing this, baby.
Thank you, Nick. I don't know where Veronica get all this
I don't care.
old-fashioned stuff.
Listen,
Christopher is a
you ever heard
deacon.
of pulling the bull?
He's a deacon at the church already. He is
That was-
not trying to hear that.
And
He
deacons
gon-
ain't
he-
vir-
you
and
want some
deacons
little
ain't
deacons,
virgins.
ain't it?
And deacons ain't virgins.
I didn't
Hey.
say Deacons was virgin for teen, but the boy just turned 18.
And
He's
what
not
that
into
mean?
that yet.
How you know that?
Oh, baby,
No.
you've been into that for a very long time.
No,
Thank you,
Hey,
Nick.
listen.
I promise you.
Everybody ain't approved.
I promise you, his mama got him around a tightrope.
Let me tell you something.
Those are the
Not in his
ones.
dreams.
If
Those are the
as
ones.
as a man, if
Let's
you
go.
pull the bull, you gonna get a whole different response. She gonna think it two people back there.
Oh my God, no, don't. Oh my
Have
God.
I'm just saying.
Now with
Everybody
that,
look
yes,
at
he's
your feet, you can
18.
get
Thank
through
God
this.
so much.
That's too. That's
So
too
I can
much
show
for him
y'all
right
how
now.
you do it.
That's too, no. That's too much
Thank
right
you
now.
so
That's
much.
too much for him right now. That is entirely too much for him right now. Let him start with the
Thank
basics.
God.
The basics. What's in
Thank
the
y'all
basics,
so
Nick?
much
What's the
for
basics,
watching
Nick?
There
tonight.
you
We
go.
are
What's the
thank y'all
basics?
so
What's the
for what-
basics, Nick?
Wrap it
Thank
up,
you.
Veronica.
No, Nick. What's the basics?
Thank y'all for ending.
I want to know what the basics is.
Oh, we
Thank
want to
y'all
know what
so
the
much
basics.
for
Nick said
watching
that.
tonight. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. All of y'all for watching tonight. Thank y'all so much for
You know, not
tuning
to
in
move
to the
me.
So what's the basics, Neat?
What's the basis, Neat? Go ahead, Neat. What's
Yeah,
the
come on.
basis?
Seriously, we gotta go.
Seriously, we gotta go. I gotta go to bed.
Thank y'all
Oh,
so much for
yeah.
watching tonight. Victor, I forgot you have control over there. Once again, thank y'all so much for watching the tea tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in every week. Um,
We off next week, right?
it is July 4th.
Yep.
If y'all want to be off, we can be off. That might be Christopher typing. I don't know. But anywho, thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. We may not have a show next week. It is 4th of July. So yeah. But just stay tuned. We'll be posting. I'll be posting on the Tangy T page. Once again, we appreciate y'all each and every week for being so loyal and watching. All of you who are new out there that tune in tonight, thank you so much. Tangy Tea of Life, this is where we talk about any and everything. If you would like to be a guest, if you have a topic suggestion, please send us an email at tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. If you have an email letter, we will love to hear it. Send it tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. I'm the only one that get the email, so it's definitely confidential. All right. Neat, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. Brother Patine, all the way from New York, WBLS radio station. We appreciate you. And Fatine, if you let us know if you do get the mother
Yeah.
and her lawyer on your show, please let us know.
I'll
And we
let
can
you know.
share it to the Tangy T page as well.
Thank you.
Victor, damn it, boy, White, my brother, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate y'all.
And
Have a
100
fabulous.
and a bow to our Veronica, our host, for a great job tonight.
Thank you so much, guys. Love upon one another. Yeah, I figured that. Yes. Love upon one another, each other, guys. Love upon your family, your loved ones, because things out here are crazy and you just never know. So, blessings to each and every one of you. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend and be safe. Good night.
Buenas noches.